chat. Do you guys read the Associated Press? Me either. I don't read. Who reads nowadays? But this is an article, so let's read it together. We'll do it together. That's the only way to get it done. Kentucky Senate, who has, of course, made abortion very problematic to seek, has now passed a bill to grant the right to collect child support for unborn children, which is absolutely fucking hilarious. So now you have this system where you're criminalizing people who are having, like, women who are pregnant, and you are punishing men who get them pregnant, but not allowing them to seek any sort of abortions or prophylactics there. It's so ideologically inconsistent. Well, it's a little consistent, I guess, because they're like, well, they're actually kids. And so that's how this got bipartisan support. And I swear that this is like a way to get them to undo their terrible opinions before. Like, to vote for something like this in the wake of it, it's like... So now men are on the hook for getting someone pregnant, which is good. But it's not good. It's only good as a reaction to the bad thing, right? To banning abortions? All right. Kentucky Republican Senator I thought it said Whitey. It's Whitney. Men named Whitney. Are all of them evil? I feel like Whitney Westerfield was a fucking Civil War, like, slave owner field general that died. Whitney Westerfield testifies during a state and local government committee at the Capitol Wednesday in Frankfurt to grant the right to collect child support for unborn children, advancing a bill that garnered bipartisan support. Westerfield is a staunch abortion opponent and sponsor of the bill. He sponsored this bill because he doesn't want abortions to happen. This is funny, dude. The Republican-led Kentucky Senate voted overwhelmingly Tuesday to grant the right to child support for unborn children. The measure would allow a parent to seek child support up to a year after giving birth to retroactively cover pregnancy expenses. The legislation, Bill 110, won Senate passage on a 36-2 vote with little discussion to advance the House. Republicans have supermajorities in both chambers. Republican State Senator Whitney Westerfield said afterward that the broad support reflects a recognition that pregnancy carries with it an obligation for the other parent to help cover the expenses incurred during those 9 months. Westerfield is a staunch abortion opponent and sponsor of the bill. You know what would be way easier is just to give everyone access to health care and housing and food and stuff, and it would be fine. You don't have to worry about individuals bearing the cost of such a thing. That would be pretty easy, though. Too easy. Westerfield said, with his his little rosy cheeks and his innocent Christian face, "I believe that life begins at conception," he probably said with a twang. "But even if you don't, there's no question that there are obligations and costs involved with having a child before that child is born. The measure sets a strict time limit, allowing a parent to retroactively seek child support for pregnancy expenses up to a year after giving birth." So the loophole I see here is you only have to stay with her for a year before you can bail, but then again, that'd be regular. You probably get regular child support after that. I don't know. So this is like the misogynist men that essentially hate abortion so they can stick it to women. Like, how are they reacting right now? This seems like it might have terrible repercussions for the abortion debate in regards to Republican support for this kind of stuff. Why not? Why not retroactively? I mean, it allows it retroactively. I think you can seek it prior, maybe not. So if there's not a child support order until the child's 8, this isn't going to apply. Even at a year and a day, this doesn't apply. It's only for orders that are placed within a year of a child's birth. Kentucky is among at least 6 states. Can you imagine that they would give any kind of long-term support to a mother and a child. Of course not. Kentucky is among at least 6 states where lawmakers have proposed measures similar to a Georgia law that allows child support to be sought back to conception. Back to conception. Georgia also allows prospective parents to claim its income tax deduction for dependent child before birth. At what point can I claim my balls? Like, do I have to provide a sample so you can give sort of an idea of what an average emission is like? It's a lot. It's more than you'd believe sometimes. Utah enacted a pregnancy tax break last year, and variations of those measures are before lawmakers in at least a handful of other states. Like those of donkeys. Maybe not that much. The Kentucky bill underwent a major revision before winning Senate passage. The original version would have allowed a child support action at any time following conception, but the measure was amended to have such an action apply only retroactively after the birth with the time limit. Anytime, so no, you're right. It's only retroactively. So you have to make it through the first year. Nice. Despite the change, so not while we're going through it, but after we've gone through it. Cool. Despite the change, abortion rights supporters will watch closely for any attempts by anti-abortion lawmakers to reshape the bill in a way that sets the stage for personhood for a fetus, said Tamara Weeder, Kentucky State Director of Planned Parenthood Alliance Advocates. The measure still needs to clear a House subcommittee or House committee and the full House. Any House change would send the bill back to Senate. Despite the change, abortion rights supporters will closely watch for it. Yeah. Personhood for a fetus is fucking crazy, dude. It doesn't make any sense, like from any standpoint. All you're going to have is just like more people in this weird fucking system. Like, it's more bureaucracy. It's crazy that the Republicans want more bureaucracy. They want even more of a hand in your reproduction. That's pretty odd. How long till we have personhood for guns? The debate comes amid the backdrop of a recent Alabama Supreme Court ruling that frozen embryos are legally protected children, which is crazy, which spotlighted the anti-abortion movement's longstanding goal of giving embryos and fetuses legal and constitutional protection on par with those of the people carrying them, which doesn't make any sense. I still don't understand this. They're whole-ass people, and can you be frozen and kept alive? You know? Can you be? These people need to be fucking redacted from society. Absolutely. Can you abort someone on grounds that they can't fucking think? Like they literally can't. They don't have cogent thought in their brains. I don't know how you get here. How does this happen? Well, it's religion, by the way. Back on my bullshit, it's religion. Surprise. It's not a secular argument at all. They're not using common sense. Did you know they're not using common sense? They're using religion? Wow. Theocracy, anybody? Do you like theocratic rule? I sure fucking do. That's my shit. You know how I'm very pro allowing theocracy. Sorry to slide into fascism on my anti-theism shit. I'm just opposed to fascism, you see? Wait. But this is not the government overreaching. No, this is protecting trans people's pronouns and providing medical care that's overreaching. That's right. Yes, that's where you overreach. True. It's absolutely true. Thank you, Doc. I gotta say, I think the Republican approach to procreation is losing favorability. Though the misogyny propaganda is strong right now. That's big time. Such a fascist opposing fascism. Look. True.